And we're going to talk to Hanson here.
Yes, we are.
They got a new CD out called The Best of Hanson Live and Electric. It's in stores now. Hanson is Isaac, Taylor, and Zach. Let's get them in here.
Open the door.
And talk to them.
Hey guys, we're ready. Right on the air. They're actually early, which is cool.
Yeah.
When's the last time we had a musical guest that came early?
I don't know.
I don't think that's ever happened.
Why, you think people like hanging out drinking till all hours?
I don't know. It's just cool. They're usually. Hi guys, we're just saying you're the first
gentlemen.
music guest to ever be early. We're very happy.
Ah, yes.
Usually they don't
It's the
show.
first time we've ever been early.
Usually they don't show up or come in late.
Don't get any ideas. Don't start calling other DJs and be like, hey, you should have Hanson on there early. It's great. And be like, no.
Are you guys doing like a big radio run right now?
Well, I mean, our whole life is one run from one thing to another, I guess, in one way.
But you just keep touring for years and years and years? Is that it?
I'm 22 years old, and we've been a band since I was 9. We've been writing and singing.
Yeah, I
shows
saw some of the home movies. Pretty funny stuff.
Yeah.
Like whenever they did a story on you on VH1 or something, like back in '97 when you guys, I guess, were
first kind of broke out.
Yeah, they'd show it on VH1 and show your kids like, Jesus Christ. What were you, like 2 behind a drum kit? And
6.
It's at some carnival. There's a Ferris wheel behind you. It's like old 8mm movies or something.
Yeah, exactly. We're trying to have the person at VH1 assassinated that actually got a hold of that.
Yeah, I got a hold of all that stuff, huh?
Were you really 6 when you started drumming?
I was 9 when I started drumming. I was 6 when we
played
our
memories
first professional gig.
What are your memories of being 6 and behind a drum kit?
I don't have a lot of memories that aren't before music. I mean, it's kind of strange.
But you remember drumming at 6 years old? You have like vivid memories of this, or?
Well, like I said, I didn't start drumming till I was 9. But,
oh, okay.
But I do remember. I mean,
you did a gig
gigs
before you started drumming, though. You said 6 was your first gig.
I was 6 when we played our first paying professional gig.
Was it like singing just?
It was just a cappella.
Yeah,
it was just 3 vocals.
I think that was some of the video I saw too.
Barbershop kind of thing.
Yeah, barbershop quartet. That's
right. Slash the not the quartet.
Yeah, not
part.
quartet.
Yeah.
Barbershop trio.
Barbershop trio.
Whose idea was that?
That was
it couldn't have been yours. Hey, I want to be on the barbershop. I want to do something they did in like the 1800s.
No, actually, well, it wasn't barbershop, but it was basically us kind of harmonizing and memorizing 50s and 60s tunes that we had heard on oldies radio and it gotten a hold of because of all things. We went. My dad was an accountant, and he was shipped off. For the company that he worked for, was an oil drilling company. He was shipped off to Ecuador, and so we followed him, and just so happened that my mom actually purchased a tape from 1958, which was like 20 of the biggest hits of 1958. And so I listened to that tape about 10 zillion times.
That was like all that was available?
It was between that and, all Spanish all the
Mariachi
time.
music,
wow.
yes.
De colores, de
colores. It could have been like a Spanish band. Yeah,
exactly.
We could have come out as the Los Lonely Boys.
We're going way too far back now. All that to say, what was it that we were saying? Oh, yes, we're punctual.
Yeah.
Sorry. We happen to be punctual somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's the interesting stuff. Yeah. I mean, where it began and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, we, rock and roll. I mean, that's where we first, got off, jumped off the wagon. So.
Yeah, and then what you just decided to pick up drums.
I think it was just a natural evolution. That Isaac wanted to play guitar and I couldn't play keyboards as well as Tay did, so, drumming, God, that takes about one brain cell and,
Insulting all drummers.
Hey, I am one.
It's self-deprecation.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I will say, though, the thing is your drummer is far more crucial. Everybody always makes the drummer jokes, but the truth is, thanks to Zach, he's holding down the fort, and we actually
the guy that
he makes
out
us sound
with the band.
good. He makes us sound.
Yeah, the guy
that hangs out with
How do you
the
know
band?
when the drum riser's level, when drool's coming out of both sides of the drummer's mouth? There's some great ones. They're all pretty true in most cases.
How many bass players does it take to screw in a light bulb? None. The keyboard player can do it with his left hand.
Hey, wait, do you guys, what size venues were you guys doing? I know you guys had a tremendous
we were playing, it goes everywhere from about 1,500 to 2,500 depending on where you are. I mean, we're doing 2 shows at the House of Blues in Chicago. We're doing a show tonight at Nokia Live, I guess.
Oh, right.
Nokia Theater, whatever that is.
Where's that?
Times
That's here in
Square.
Manhattan?
Okay. Nokia Theater is amazing.
Yeah, it's an old venue, but it's a new concert
They redid
venue.
the whole thing.
It's been a movie theater, I think, for a long time.
Yeah, it's amazing
really
what they've
big
done with the Nokia Theater.
How do people get tickets, or are you guys sold?
There's still, I think there's still some tickets left, but it's really close to being sold out. So they can, I think Ticketmaster is the
evil Ticketmaster.
Yeah, the evil Ticketmaster.
Evil Ticketmaster, man.
Or you can go to.
It's doing, man.
Yeah, exactly. Well, everybody, there's no way around it, unfortunately. But
want to sell tickets?
or Hanson.net. You can go to the website www.hanson.net.
Is Hanson.com
Uh-oh, what happened?
Hanson.com is like a legal consulting firm or banking. It's
you guys are
like
diverse.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
diversified.
I only wish. Yes. No.
Doesn't that suck when someone else has your name like that?
It used to. I think it probably still says it on the front page, but when you go to that Hanson.com, it says this is not the band Hanson's website.
Did they put a link to your
It's
site?
got a big banner on it.
Oh, that's
It says,
pretty cool.
It says this is not their website. Go away, please.
I'd rather have guys that want legal aid going to .net. Well, this isn't going to help me at all.
They look young to be lawyers. Must be a Christian movie.
That's the bar
It's weird. There's music and some kind of entertainment.
Hey man, we could do that. We could do some financial
why not?
advising.
Exactly.
We don't really have enough on our plate anyway. While we're on tour, we could have people, give them stock quotes and
whatever the hell comes up, man.
You guys never stopped touring since 97, 98?
No, we've stopped touring.
We're not the biggest fans, obviously,
Yeah.
but everyone knew. I hate to say it, Bop and all that, and you guys were huge, and then you still have a fan base.
Yeah.
You guys never went away, right?
Well, there's the quick recap is there actually has been a couple big gaps between records, but like for instance the last record, Underneath, which is our last album, it was 4 years between that and our second album, and the reason that was because of kind of where we were with our record company, and we.
Yeah, we made a documentary about it.
One of the things that we're doing actually on this whole tour is we're going to universities showing this documentary we made. And in '99 there was a big record. There was one of the biggest record company mergers happened, and so we ended up on a rap label. And so there was about 4 years between 2001 and 2004, where it was just the struggle of getting off that label. The label that we inherited, the rap label. Right. We're one of many bands. It's a story that everybody's gone through.
Did you guys just watch money just fly out of your pockets? Was that one part of the problem?
No, that is definitely not. No, not at all.
Okay, because that would be a horror story, man.
Yeah.
If all of a sudden you guys are on stage for the 80 billionth time, and then it's just a record executive lighting a cigar with hundreds.
Yes.
And you're on a per diem.
That would have been a terrible story. Thank God that didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
We were actually very lucky because...
Yeah, how did that work out? Because usually you get screwed on the first.
Well, we wrote that song, so we were getting the publishing for that.
Yeah, apparently, talk to like Skid Row about writing songs and then getting the publishing rights to them.
Well, we own the publishing, too. We never sold that.
See, now that's pretty cool. Who was smart enough to...
we had a smart manager who was an attorney. And
Hanson, right? I went to his website.
Exactly. Hanson.com, that's the other guy. Exactly, yeah.
Well, it's convenient. We only work with people named Hanson.
Exactly.
Pretty good.
That way everyone, it's clear. You work with Hanson? Yes.
Very
actually,
trustworthy.
That's me.
Was one of you guys dating like Kelly Osbourne or Amy Osbourne?
No, we weren't.
It was rumored for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
It
would have been interesting, though.
There was a rumor for a long time that I was dating her because we met a couple times, and they were. She was particularly a Hanson fan, and so I think things just travel. But that was one of those rumors that went around the world. It's the information age. In a second,
you guys,
you're dating Ozzy Osbourne? No, I don't think so.
Your fan base, obviously, it was huge and full of very young girls at the time.
No, you can't come to a show.
No, what was that all about? Did you have chaperones? Was there the temptation there, or
You know what? Of course, every guy, there's nothing wrong with having a lot of screaming girls. That's by no means is a bad thing in the audience. But honestly, we just, you just didn't ever. We just were there to make music. The fact that we had fans at all. Every band is praying to God to actually have somebody to buy their record.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
especially these days.
Come to a show and not stand with their arms crossed.
Yeah, exactly. Not have this audience. Yeah, so we've just been always really lucky.
You know, I mean, and it's certainly, I mean, you know, it's been an exciting time at times. I mean, there are certainly plenty of situations
we can attribute our female
companion.
Well, yeah, well, for instance, I met my wife at a show.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
It was a little more complicated than just, hey, you, get over here.
But we one of the guys like going to the roadie. Look, dude, 5th row, 12th over.
Actually, that was me.
Yeah, you were there. That's
me. It's sad to say.
Dude, you can't miss her. Trust me.
Do you tend to want to bang older chicks though? Because I know a lot. No, I'm telling you, because a lot of guys that have had like really young female fans say that they went for older because it was like, all right, you know, you can bang them whenever you want.
Stay out of jail.
Well, I can understand that if they were frustrated with their fans being younger. You know, it was kind of ironic though, because in a lot of cases the fans were about our age and still are.
Well, but you know what?
Like, Zach was 11, I was 16. Most of our fans were between the ages of 11 and 16 years old. You know, granted, it was older than that a little bit, but it's still, and that's still the case. You know, most of the fans that are coming to the shows are between 20 and 25 years old.
Okay, that's great now. Perfect.
Yeah, they grow up.
They're old enough.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is it tough to be married so young? Not many people are getting married at a young age these days.
Well, I mean,
and you've been married a few years now,
I've been
right?
married 3.5 years. Yeah.
Wow. And how old are you?
22. So.
Wow.
And even worse, we're better. I have 2 kids.
2 kids.
Yeah.
At 22.
You know, it's just like I guess it's like everything else. I mean, we just did it on our own timeline. We, didn't ever, look at anybody else and be like, hey, what are you doing?
Timeline, the same timeline as Logan's Run.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, apparently.
I
love that you referenced that.
We'll reference more obscure movies than that. Our whole life is sitting in front of TVs. Bunch of morons.
Extermination of old people.
It's great that
movie could have been called.
It's great that they give you a microphone though, because you can connect with all the other morons.
Exactly. That is sitting at home here. I know that movie. I'm involved.
It's like
there is a society that can accept me.
Exactly, euthanasia celebrated.
Right. We're horrid shut-ins.
Exactly.
Do you guys feel like? I mean, I know you've been on the road for a long time, and do you feel like a lot of people talk about like the maturity, like when you start like in one place and all of a sudden you look and it's like now you're like, okay, it's been a long time, so like we start here.
Sure.
Do you find yourself when you're playing like some of the older stuff going like, well, all right, well that was like at one place?
Yeah. Sure. Well, it certainly feels at times like it was at one place, but for the most part, it feels really, really good.
Well, I think a lot of people. I mean, it's so hard to not get into all the conversation we're having, like about how young we started. People assume that like there's a bigger jump for us because of being so young. Thinking like, oh, that was like stuff that we kind of weren't into, or you made this jump where you don't want to be playing that stuff. That was the young stuff. But I guess we, the influences we've had were so obscure. Like we were listening to stuff originally that were so outside of the ballpark of anybody of our generation, like old classic rock and roll and stuff, that I think there was less of a this was our teen music. We were young, but we were kind of our own little, internal time clock, because we all had these weird, these ultra influences.
I remember kicking a
of
guy out of our house because he didn't know who the Jackson 5 were. Our neighbor walked over and I was like, man, what do you listen to? Jackson 5. I don't know who they are. Leave.
That's what actually gets me to invite somebody in. All right, I gotta go do some production. I'll be back in a little bit. All right. Okay.
All right, Jimmy.
How did you deal with things, just basic voice change things? Did that affect how the songs come out? Or?
That didn't have a whole lot of effect. I mean,
no.
I was the only one who kind of experienced that after that first record, and
Taylor was
kind of
going through some.
I was right at that time where you were, voice change and stuff like that when we first broke out.
Really working, like doing all the singing, really having to use your voice all the time, kind of kept that from being a big issue.
I mean, have you had to deal with that very much? I mean, obviously you've got a couple more years before that really happens. But
believe me.
What are you guys hoping for as far as your careers as you move forward?
Well, so far the fan base
it's gonna be tough to
beat.
It's gonna be tough to beat Bop. So I mean,
sure.
But you don't try to. I mean, you would never try and beat Bop. I mean, that's not at all what you're trying to do. I mean, where we are now, we own our own record company. We release all our music independently, and we are very pro what's happening with independent music. I think that's kind of where our passion is, and of course, making music, I mean, specifically, you're just evolving and working with people that you really like. I mean,
for every percentage point and share that the majors lose in the music industry, the indies are gaining. And it's because the indies are speaking to their audience more. They're actually doing artist development. They're actually caring about.
Are you looking for other people? Do you
we
sign
would
anybody
like to
else?
sign, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of really great music out there, and we are lucky enough that we get exposed to a lot of stuff on the road.
Well,
you get exposed to a lot of crappy stuff. They're like, hey, listen to my record. And you're like, listen to this.
We have an Area 51 file.
Yeah. Actually, we do. We do have the iPod worst demos ever on the playlist, and it's just it's one of those things you listen to on the bus, and you just kind of you all cringe.
But we do
laugh really hard because
Opie's got a great story about that. We get handed a lot of music and stuff, and we were up in Boston doing radio up there.
We basically gave up. I mean, so many bands would hand in their demos and stuff to us, and and they all sucked. So it got to a point where we wouldn't even listen to him anymore. And I actually got the demo for Godsmack.
He threw it out the window.
Threw it out the window into a river. Or I could have been.
And fuck these guys.
We could have been the ones that technically discovered Godsmack, because then what happened? Another DJ at the station we were working at the time really helped their careers, because he actually listened to the thing and went, oh my god, and started playing it on the radio, and the rest is history. But we had the demo in our hand, but we were so jaded that I just threw it out the window into a river.
It's easy to get jaded, though.
Yeah. It's hard because there's so many bands out there. I mean, the epidemic now is all these bands that look exactly right. They're like the band that looks so hip and so perfect, but they just don't have any guts. It's like the Stones without any soul.
Wow, they're just playing the parts these days.
They're
just playing the part.
But they're glorified by a lot of these, super indie, credible. No, I understand.
You're talking about your influences and stuff, but is there anything new that you dig now that you're listening to?
There's tons of stuff. I mean, most of it's probably more random, but there's some. Independent bands, there's an Australian band I've been talking about. They're called Dallas Crane, which is just a really great kind of blues influence rock band. There's a couple.
There's an artist out of Boston called Blue, BLEU. He's awesome.
Other people like Ben Queller, who's another friend who's just an awesome artist.
A lot of these guys are kind of along the kind of rock singer-songwriter,
definitely
pop
song
rock genre.
Yeah.
So more band-based stuff, but certainly there's a lot of great stuff. I mean, I also feel like it bums me out sometimes, because you feel like R&B and hip-hop has also gotten into a rut, too, where they're cranking out a certain element, a certain formula, as opposed to it being more creative. And it seems that all of the...
What do you mean, the same sample from some random song in the 70s with a guy going, isn't creative?
Yeah, exactly.
He made a whole career out of it.
Exactly. Hey, let's go to the phones. They have exploded. We got Hanson in studio. The best of Hanson Live and Electric is in stores now. Let's say hi to Steve. Steve from Yellowstone. Steve, what's up?
Steve.
Hi, hello, how are you?
Hey, Steve, how's it going?
I'm a little bit nervous. I just wanted to know, is there going to be any type of a ticket giveaway? Because I'm riding around in my car and it's kind of broken down because I ran over a twig. So I wanted to know if anybody is going to be giving away some tickets for the Hanson show, because I'd really like to go.
Ticket giveaway.
To the show tonight?
Yes, because I currently live in New Jersey, and I was coming back from rehab, and I wound up running over something, and my car is not working.
If it was a twig, it sounds like they've got more problems than
but I wanted
the
to know
car
if I
breaking
could possibly get some tickets.
Okay.
If you come to the show tonight, we're on stage.
What? You.
Bring me music you can suck a cock to.
Oh, wow.
That sounds like...
Bring me a rapist with 3 dicks.
You are... Steve.
Ramon. Hanson was Robert Reed's favorite band.
Robert Reed.
Oh, my God.
Steve.
Oh, my God.
Come on, we're getting along with these guys. Stop.
Thank God for satellite radio.
The Culture Club sound like Black Sabbath.
All right. There goes Steve.
Oh, my God.
Sorry about
that.
Well,
I was thinking to myself, running over a twig. That just doesn't really work.
Yeah, it didn't sound believable. We should
no.
Man,
you should actually
coming.
call back in a few more minutes and come up with a different story.
She saved the rehab comment. That gave it away right away.
Yeah.
Because we know only people, the guy sitting right here would possibly be going to rehab.
Mick from Ohio. Mick.
Hey, boys, big fans.
All right, thanks, Mick.
Not you. Question, what do you guys think of that T-shirt that's out and about that says, I fucked the chick from Hanson?
That shirt is everywhere.
You know what? As the chick from Hanson, I would, it's
that's sad. Did that guy fuck you?
You know what? It's obviously something you gotta laugh at. So there we go. We're laughing.
Exactly.
So
I actually think the funny one, the one that we all found thoroughly entertaining, were the several random references in Family Guy.
Oh God!
I don't know if you guys are familiar with those.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh God, the children of the corn, and then the shotgun, and
Quagmire
and his.
You mean that's not a girl?
Oh.
Yeah, that's great.
Family Guy is hysterical.
Yeah, I feel honored to be on Meg's wall.
Yes.
You guys did a good job on SNL too, kind of goofing on yourselves with the elevator music.
We're not afraid to make fun of ourselves. I mean, you gotta laugh at it.
But honestly, any person, any artist, anybody that's ever been at a point where enough people know them to make a joke that's actually funny to someone means that you've reached enough people that you're, that's a pretty phenomenal thing. Yeah. Obviously, like if someone takes, goes far and actually makes something that's specifically like a personal diss, that's one thing that's too far. But if you can't laugh at yourself because it's relevant enough for somebody to know what the joke is,
right.
It's like, okay, well, that's pretty significant. You can't take that very seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's got some, bad joke that you can tell on them no matter who you are.
All right, let's go to the phones. Hello, who's this? I lost them. All right.
That was a really substantive call, though.
Hey, who's this? The phone.
This is John.
Hey, John, what's up? You got a question for Hanson?
Yeah, did you guys have problems when your voice changed in developing your music?
Have you been listening to the show, sir? I asked that pertinent question.
He's taking your job, dude.
I know. Might as well just leave.
No, never really had that concern.
Of course not.
You do have to lower some of the keys of songs. I mean, clearly.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to James. James. Gum. James.
Hello.
Hey, James.
Hey, are you guys putting out any new music? Mrs. Lipman wants to know if you're putting out any new music.
Yes, we have a new record out, Live and Electric.
That's all I know. See, Ike's taking this opportunity to just continually speak as if there wasn't someone.
Is the sound a cock makes when it pops out of my asshole?
That is just not a picture I want.
You know what? Don't include us in your fantasies that you'd like to have.
Be the butler for the Addams family.
Shut up, you ass.
Ramon, these three are the poster boys for the Rainbow Coalition.
That doesn't even make sense.
Ramon,
it's great.
Jeffrey Dahmer should eat these facts.
It's great. It's great that you guys, allow for people that should be actually put away to be on the radio.
I figure it's good. It's
satellite radio.
It's entertaining.
Yeah. Are there actually any? I mean, are there really any particular rules that you guys have?
You guys want to curse?
There's nothing.
Anyone
that
have a
can't
curse
be said on this.
You've never cursed on the radio before, right?
I got kicked off of BBC radio for cursing.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you say wanker?
Well, hey, Zach, you can actually tell the full story on the
I
XM
said
radio.
fuck, and then all of a sudden the interviewer went, "Thank you very much, Hanson."
Thank you very much for coming on the Scottish Radio.
Scottish BBC. We were banned for, I don't know, it was a month or two from Scottish radio.
Well, of course, then they had us back on and then laughed about it, but we still couldn't talk about what the actual story was.
What was the story?
Well, the story was that it wasn't even that much.
Well, it wasn't even that much. We were hanging out with Stephen Jenkins from Third Eye Blind, and we're driving up. There wasn't a parking spot, and he's like, "Park over there." We're like, "That's a fire hydrant." And he's like, "We're fucking rock stars." And then we walked into the club, and the lady goes, "Hey, are you on the list?" And we went, fucking rock stars.
It
was just a funny story at the time that doesn't seem to be funny right now.
Stephen
And it was basically entailing that the guy who was doing the interview was going, well, hey, I mean, Zach, it was 2 years ago. It says, Zach, you're 18 now. You can, drink. And here in the UK, and Zach's like, yeah, and he goes, well, I mean, it's legal here. And Zach's like, and he goes, well, you can't do that in the United States. And he goes, dude, I'm a fucking rock star. You think that really stops me?
That's all right. You,
not to mention,
you drank?
Not to mention, it's easier
it's called you put it on the rider.
Exactly.
Oh.
Did you guys ever bang the same chicks? Like all three of you just rail them?
No, that would be really sick.
It's one step shy of incest.
I mean, at the same time, I mean,
No.
Domino theory kind of thing?
He was married. We probably don't do that.
That would be like a Hanson fan's ultimate dream, though, the hat trick.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to meet that thing. Actually, think of it, because it would just
you just don't want to be third with that.
It would be yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of sick.
Really?
All right. Yeah, I don't
like Tay said, one step shy of incest.
Yeah. That's
well, with that, let's thank Hanson for stopping by. It's Hanson.net. Let's remember that.
Yes.
You're playing the Nokia Theater tonight in New York City.
Yep.
Tickets still available, sort of. And
yes,
I don't know how many there are. There's not very many left.
Yeah, and the Best of Hanson is in stores now, live and electric, right?
Yep. That's a new record.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us.
It was fun.
We greatly appreciate it. It's
no problem.
Tell Steve hello when he comes back from
production. Guys, please keep your pants.
Well, hold on. We got Ben from Boston, actually. Ben?
Ben, we've missed you.
Exactly. Are you having an orgy with yourself yet? What? What?
No, I want to go. Dude, I want to go see the show, dude. I told you guys when you were in Boston, you were doing coke conference.
Hang on.
Ramon, these three should have their own show on the AIDS Network. Ramon, their next video should be a snuff film. Ramon, they sound like Queer Eye for this straight guy with a ukulele. Ramon, this band sucks. Ramon, bring me Michael Jackson with a Viagra.
That doesn't make sense.
The Michael Jackson one made sense.
Yeah, well, I think we're far too old for Michael at this point.
Yeah.
I should call him up, though.
Did he ever call or approach you or at any time?
It's one of those weird things. It's like Michael Jackson, one of those guys you'd really like to meet. Michael Jackson, also one of the guys you'd be scared to meet.
Yeah.
To be alone with. No,
he never called you guys up?
We almost met him once.
Almost.
And then it was like because we met a guy who had worked, or no, what it was we went to a studio where Michael had been working and was really good friends with the guy who ran the studio. And we went to go see some friends who were working at that studio, and it was one of these, hey, you guys want to meet Michael Jackson? We're kind of like,
but we forgot our spacesuits.
And we forgot our friend on the phone that would really enjoy that.
Exactly. Yeah. Hung up. Guys, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you.
Guys,
Glad to be here. Hanson Live and Electric is in stores now. All right.
Thanks.
As they awkwardly leave, we have to do a Gamefly.com.
Oh, man.
We have to do a commercial.
We were done.
No, we're not done. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Guys, thank you.
There they go. All right, we're wrapping up the show.
Wow. Jimmy's back.
Cool.
There he is.
Missed a fun interview. They were all right.
Oh, cool. I was just actually running promos.
Yeah.
Which I had to do.
They were so on to you. He pointed to where you sit and go, yeah.
Did they? I didn't see that.
Oh, they were totally on to who it was.
I had to turn around. I couldn't look at him.
Ramo.
Didn't do anything. I'll shake my hand on the way out.
Yeah, did they? Yeah, thanks, asshole.